Hey everybody, it's Mass from BonkTable, another Amulet D20 list review. We got the Popemageddon. Please, please have more Thoric Eaters or Sepulchers. We have seen a lot of Thoric Eaters already. I love them. They do a great job. They have a ton of offensive capability. Pardon me, God. They can also have good support abilities in their spells. They're kind of hard to kill. D3 and 30 wounds is kind of the big selling point of these guys. They take no resolve. There's no reason to spend their health for their benefits. It's not worth it compared to just simply being more health that your opponent has to chew through. And once again, we got the Legionaries with the Optio. So this combo is literally the Thoric Eater running up the table, smashing through stuff. It can't score, but it is a ton of stands for contesting. But it allows people like the Legionaries to come up from behind, sit on zones and score them, and stay safe. The Thoric Eater may perform one free spellcasting action during its activation. So it's not a free additional, just a free one. You can't double cast. Maybe that got changed. I don't know. This thing had like 4 reworks in like 2 weeks. It was crazy. Next, we got the Ziliarch Warlord. Captain's Blade of the Celsior, +1 attack and cleave. Kind of been going over that a lot. We have a new upgrade that I haven't seen in a while. This is Vexalia of the Lost. We got to go find that one now so we can talk about it. I hope everyone's super excited for that part where I go through my phone and search up upgrades because there's a lot of stuff that I just don't really care about. Forward force. Boom. Got her. All right, so what is he forward forcing? He's got Centaur, Promedai, double Promedai, so the melee Centaurs, and the Varangian Guard. Once again, he's doing a 3 stands of Varangian Guard, so he has to sit in the 3 stands of Varangian Guard. So he's the Warlord, so he's probably going to try and threat project with the Centaurs and the Varangian Guard. And if you're close, you're going to get double clashed. I've kind of mentioned this all before. That's why I'm kind of just like going through it. Seeing if there's anything interesting, kind of figuring out what the game plan of each of these lists are. Once again, I don't know about the skill of the players or how well they are, or what their playstyle is. I've played into like Saxon, and I've seen Podwis play and Emmanuel play, so I know that they're very highly skilled. But once again, there are always choices and picks that people make for various reasons, and even just reviewing the list, you don't 100% know what those reasons are. With the Popemageddon list and this combo, it's always kind of just threat projection, and if you're too close, you just get punished with a double clash. It's solid, it's good. If your opponent knows about it and worry about it, they'll mitigate it as much as possible. But if your opponent ever gets too cocky, you'll just hit him and do a bunch of damage. This gets into our next warband, what's the Hero Deacon and Cultists. And he's got Legionaries and 2 units of Curatids. 5 stands of Curatids. There are 10 stands of Curatids. I had to blink there for a moment to figure out what I was reading, because I was like, that's it? The scroll doesn't keep going? Usually there's more stuff. Okay, that's a lot. So, turn 1, let's see here, let's figure this out. So he's got 3 characters, the Thoric Eater, he's kind of a character, kind of a regiment. He's got 3 stuff, so he's got the Hero Deacon and the Cultist, 2 units of Legionaries, these big bricks of Curatids. He's forward forcing his Varangian Guard on, so that means on turn 3, he's going to have the Thoric Eater and the Varangian Guard both on. Double Centaur, double Curatids, what are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Is that correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards. I think there's not enough points invested into melee regiments to form a wall for those Curatids. I think the Theoricator is not the correct choice here if they're trying to use Curatids to do work. Or maybe the OK Raider is the correct choice because depending on like the train setup, it'll be able to push, turn sideways, let people hit it, exposing their flanks and sides to 5 stands, potentially 10 stands of Barrage 3 AP2, Memories of Old for +1, so Barrage 4 AP2. You're for sure aiming because you want to go up to Volley 3. Fluiding. You can't fluid anymore because you're not 3 stands wide. So Barrage 4, 20 inches away, AP2. That could be the play there. Follow-up support with Centaurs and Varangian Guard. One of the Legionaries has to hang out and score the zone while the Thoric Eater protects it, giving another Legionary unit an ability to die. Theocator heals the Legionary that's been getting eaten by the Hero Deacon. So, like, I'm kind of making the connections, but I just don't feel those connections are strong enough to carry this list through like, victories. I think it's really trying to work off the back of the Thorakeeter. I don't think it has enough melee threat. Like, the thing is about shooting is that, yes, it can be deadly, yes, it can do really well, but it should be designed as, like, a supplementary force, and the Curatids are designed as a supplementary force. It's not like the Flamecasters, who are Barrage 5, Volley 2, Rapid Volley on 1s and 2s, where they're going to do, like, roll 30 dice, get 45 hits kind of thing. These guys on tier 2 are going to be rolling 21 dice. They're hitting half, so like 10 or 11 hits at AP2. It's going to do wounds. It's going to really screw up some MSUs, but into some bigger stuff, it should be fine. And these Curatids have to put in a lot of work, and if there's any loose formation, if there's any tenacious against shooting, if there's any like blurred visions from a shaman, shutting down their shooting from range 20 to range 12, there's a bunch of stuff that can affect it. So like, hopefully the Popemageddon list like hits the matchups it wants to hit and do well into. I just find it's like an overcommitment into shooting. Those points could be spent on more melee stuff to help up the Thorakeeter. One of the weaknesses of the Thorakeeter, if it's kind of left on its own, it's going to get bogged down and died, and that's how you kind of deal with it. So running the Centaurs beside it to keep its flank safe and force things to fight it one at a time will just kind of keep those hit points going and push it to the limit. But that does then reduce where you are on the table and your space you can occupy, because you're kind of fighting around the Thorakeeter. Will probably end up having a weak flank that your opponent will capitalize on and collapse. What will then run into the backline of the list, killing the Hero Deacon, stopping the Curatids from shooting and killing them progressively, and so on. And that's where I kind of see the fault in the list. I kind of get where he's going with the Thorakeeter and the Curatids to give them range support and kind of clear stuff off effectively. And if he gets into that style of play and that position on the board, he's going to do well. But if it doesn't, I think he's going to fall apart just as quickly. So that's my review of the list. Overall, I'm like, come see, come saw. That's French for so-so. There is power here, but it really comes down to the fact that I think it can be outplayed, and it just does not have enough tools to win games effectively and get into those higher tiers of consistent wins where you're playing against some of the best guys in Europe to win the tournament. You know, like, to be honest, if this is 5 rounds, he's probably going 2-3 or 3-2. What's still a good record, and would still be proud of Popemageddon for doing that. Let's get into the next list.